And ABC's Marcus Moore was there on Easter Sunday as Pope Francis came out to speak at the Vatican. Marcus, what stands out to you about that appearance now, knowing that it was his last public appearance there in St. Peter's Square?
Well, I think, Diane, that's what's so striking about the appearance. No one expected it to be his last. Everyone knew that he has been going through some health challenges, and he clearly appeared fragile and frail, but still in good spirits nonetheless. And no one could have imagined that after yesterday, just hours after he made his final public appearance, that he would pass away overnight. And Diane, you know, there were so many questions leading up to Holy Week and then Easter Sunday about whether the Pope would be well enough to participate in any way. And we know that he made several appearances, including on Saturday at St. Peter's Basilica to pray. It wasn't an official event. He just happened to show up there. And then on the Easter Mass, when he came out on the balcony to speak and to bless the thousands who had gathered there, that was a moment that was quite moving for so many people, just because there had been a big question mark about whether or not we would see him.
What did people there tell you about why they showed up anyway, why they went to the Vatican, why was it so important to be there on that day, even though they didn't know they were about to see the Pope's last public appearance?
Most people, Diane, were there for the Holy Week celebrations, and so many of them Christians from all over the world. They were there to be a part of that Mass, obviously hoping they would see the Pope. And I think that was really the overwhelming emotion for people. There was a lot of excitement and anticipation, and so it was quite a big surprise when he appeared. And I think it was such a surprise because for so many people he had this very real connection with everyday people from all over the world. This was, as he's been described, as the people's Pope. And I think that's why his message resonated so well with people, and also why people of all walks of life had such a connection to the Pope, and why they really hoped to see him over the weekend and receive that blessing that now, fast forward just a few hours, is even more special and moving, given that he has just passed away.
So, Marcus, what are we hearing from world leaders now reacting to his death?
There have been quick reactions from all over the world, including the Prime Minister here in the UK, Keir Starmer, on Twitter, saying that, or on X, I should say, saying that he was deeply saddened to hear of the death of His Holiness Pope Francis. He mentioned his tireless efforts to promote a world that is fairer for all and will leave a lasting legacy. That from Keir Starmer. Also, the President of India, the Prime Minister rather of India, Narendra Modi, saying that he's deeply pained by the passing of His Holiness, and he said that in this hour of grief and remembrance, my heartfelt condolences to the global Catholic community. And the President of Kenya also releasing a statement saying that this was a big loss to the Catholic faithful and the Christian world, that Pope Francis will be remembered for a life that was dedicated to serving the Lord, the Church, and humanity. Diane, those are just some of the reactions that we've received or that we've seen from world leaders, all of them reacting to this passing.
All right, foreign correspondent Marcus Moore, thank you.